Well, check it out. I want to talk about how you're supposed to enjoy yourself. How you supposed to, not how I'm telling you how you're supposed to. I'm saying that you are supposed to enjoy yourself. You're supposed to enjoy the things you win at, and you're supposed to enjoy your life. In all my time on earth, what I treasure most, because this is something that you guys got to do. You got to realize what was important, what is important, why you want to do whatever you want to do. But in, you know, all my life, what I treasure most is the time I spent raising my daughter. I, I'm I'm really serious about that. That that episode in my life just showed me a lot. I got formal custody of her when she was like 6 months old. And from that moment on, I protected her with all my resources. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the way I am is because of the way I was raised. But then I gotta give credit to my dog Shantae, because a lot of it is because of how I saw him raising his kids when I didn't have any kids. I'm telling you, I tried my best to teach my girl to be able to take care of herself and to make good decisions in her life. You're not my child, but I do the same for you. I want you to make good decisions. And I want your life not to be like mine, but to be better than it is. Now, my little ungrateful young woman of a daughter, she's been branched out on her own, feeling she's qualified to make her way in life, which she is. Because, let's see, she's 29 and she's been living on her own, paying her own rent and car notes and all that shit for the last 4 years. She's had 2 jobs for that entire time. She hardly ever needs any money from me. Shit. She could do it without me. So I guess I get to say, or I should say, at last, I'm free from the slavery of being there. Now, it's a privilege to some people to be there for their kids, but those are people that just got paper, and I'm not saying poor people don't see it as a privilege, but I'm saying the people with money, you get to just do things for your kids and you get to just, I don't know, it's a little different. Because I grew up with no money. My mother and father couldn't do shit for me. And they didn't, as far as toys and all that old bullshit. I didn't need that shit. But me, I get my girl or I got my girl whatever she wanted, damn near whenever she wanted. I had to give her some kind of restraint. But what I'm saying is, I spit game like nothing else matters, serving up to a motherfucker on a solid platinum platter. Most fools are motherfucking too lame to get in for their plate, and when they decide to wake up, it's just too damn late. Now, I'm telling you, don't get this shit twisted, because believe me, there is motherfucking, you can't be mad at me because the shit I say go over most heads. I'm only standing for the real game that, be honest, it's almost dead. I spit shit every time I go live, and that's why you can accept no more of that motherfucking jive these motherfuckers is talking about. There's only one way to pop them peas properly, and that's as often as you can. Come kick it with me. I'm just being real, man. There's days when everything goes right. And when that happens, just make sure you do two things. First, you want to look back at your past moves and compliment yourself on doing the right things in order to move forward. You don't know how important that is. That's basically what we're talking about today. You have to review, and you have to see what was successful, and you have to compliment yourself on it. Because how are you going to be the success you've made if you don't acknowledge it? You got to acknowledge what you're doing. So you look back at your past, then you're supposed to appreciate the fact that you are, not a procrastinator. You don't know how many people lose because of their procrastination. Now, in doing these two things, you're sealing the fact that you know what the fuck you're doing. You're sealing that in your mind. If you don't do these things, you sleep, and you ain't gonna wake up. You have to wake yourself up by doing the things that woke motherfuckers do. And I'm being real when I say this. It's like, hello world, I'm here. You got to be that way. Everything has been wine and roses for me. I've accidentally come up on something I can do that taps into my creative side and quite possibly make me some money at the same time. Now, we all worry about making money. But honestly, my concern is satisfying my desires. My desire is to make something everyone can use. I don't want to really create a new market. I ain't doing that. I'm looking to tap into the existing market with a twist. I'm getting ready for these coming days and doing my thing. I just finished tallying, and I can't put my finger on one thing. Some months it's my, Rosebud, the American Pimp, that's selling hot. Then again, it's the MP3s of the book. Or then again, it's the audio book selling like fire. But all that's about the book. But now I'm noticing SW is really just starting to ignite. It was responsible for over 70% of last month's receipts. Now, that's why I don't rest on my laurels. And I tell you not to rest on your laurels. If I had rest, I wouldn't have had all the other things in my life that can possibly blow up and take me where I want to be. But in the meantime, all those little pots are adding up. I got many other things waiting in the wings for me to get my motherfucking footing set, at the next level of my life. But that's me. I'm planning. I'm doing things. I only have a little time left, so whatever I'm doing, long as it's taking care of me, and I can look out for my girl and my granddaughter. I'm cool. I'm just thankful. I'm not afraid to invest in my own far fetched dreams and ideologies. Straight laced with no chase, that's Bud. Straight Mac with no back. However you describe it is me. Dig that. There is only one entity that is greater than your own personal confidence. And we know that's God. Giving praise where it's due to Him, I continue my struggle. And I am telling you, I continue my struggle to reach the plateau designated for me to live on. A plateau built on sweat and confidence that the sweat is not for nothing. What did Martin Luther King say? I am somebody. You gotta look at that shit. Think about it. Do you think much of yourself? You probably think you do. My grand days are coming, and the best of them have yet to come. I'm living good. I'm taking a deep breath and staying prepared for the level of success I'm going to achieve. Some think of this shit as bragging, but it's not. This is a forecast. It's a forecast of what will come to me in my near future. And when it does, remember this video. Because life is predictable. Every so often you wake up and realize that you made a difference in someone's life. Now, if that's your goal, you've achieved it. But that was part of my goal, making a difference in someone's life. And I've done that many times over. But that wasn't, my whole mission. My whole mission is to make, a difference in someone's life, make a difference in my daughter and granddaughter's life, make a difference in any of my extended family's life, make a difference in anybody that fuck with me life. Why? Because if I'm going to make a difference, I have to see it. I can't just say it. I got to see it. And I got to see shit that works. For the past few years, my goals have been to try to bring some of the true game back. Also, to educate young men on developing their confidence. In my most recent endeavor, building SWU. Now, in retrospect, I have always been a person who wanted to do something on a scale others shy away from. And if any of these endeavors are the vehicle to take me to my future destination, then so be it. I don't know what's going to work. I don't know if all of it's working together. I don't trip on that kind of stuff. I just make sure I'm doing things, that I'm changing things in my life. Even I know you cannot always choose what will work. I am prepared for whichever project takes off. I have so many ideas, nothing will stop me. Not even when I realize I'm speaking to deaf ears. Nothing will stop me. Now, let's switch gears. If a woman asks me, what are you doing? Most of you motherfuckers will be surprised a bitch is speaking to you. But then those that's not surprised she's speaking to you will be shocked and not know what to say. Quickly, I'll see not only what to say, but I'll see this motherfucker ain't no stranger to approaching men. Seeing that, I'm going to think she's trying to see if she can play me. That's just how I think. I'm always analyzing the things that go on in my life. Now, in this case, instead of, getting scared as a lot of y'all do when faced with a forward woman, I'll just go on attack. So I'll respond, oh, I'm just sitting here trying to look as confident as I possibly can. So as I exude this aphrodisiac type cool, your hormones might respond. Then I'm going to pause a second before I say, are they? See, you got to understand the play doesn't stop there. She opened the door. She was doing whatever the fuck she was doing. But when she speak to Bud, whatever she was doing is taking a back seat to the conversation. Because I know she only opened the door. It's time to step inside her motherfucking mind. Because when I ask, are they, I raise my eyebrows. But I'm not going to smile. Now, this is being cold, putting her on guard, which you'll notice right away in her response. She might say something like, not really, playing court. But I ain't going to allow her to take control of the conversation that easily. Saying not really was to get me to ask her a question so she could take control. So I'll flip it on her and make a statement. Then I'll ask her something to get her to respond to me. That's because you're too far away from me. I know we're dealing with this virus and shit, but would you mind if I sat next to you? Or you look brave, and if you are, you could bring your little fine ass over a little closer to me and sniff my neck and see if I affect your hormones. Since she's playing her hand, she ain't gonna be easy. She may be one of them women who knows how to handle men. In that case, I'll put it on her and make her get a little defensive. You know what? I might not be for you, or vice versa. Then again, you might have a little cold and your sniffles are running, a little interference, getting in your way. I say this to change up on her and bring her to a comfort zone. Laughter. I told you all, if you could spot a tense situation developing and kill it with a little humor, you in with baby. And when I say she may have a cold, she gonna smile. Do any of you motherfuckers know what the purpose of coming at a broad like this is for? Do you? Anybody? I notice y'all quiet. The lines are open. Holler at a brother. Oh, you know what? I don't even have my shit scrolling. Let me get my banner going. Because I want you to call in and kick it about this shit. But anyway, you don't know what the purpose is. You don't. This ain't no judgment type shit. I'd be surprised as hell if one of you motherfuckers did know the purpose of this motherfucking game I'm spitting. Like, caller, what's up? Caller, what's going on?
What's going on, bud? There's a lot.
What's happening?
Yeah, I was just tripping out what you was explaining. But yeah, I don't be understanding this shit. I be digging this shit cold. I know, like sometimes I ain't gonna say I know what I be doing. I make a mistake and do what you're explaining sometimes. But I noticed that, like you just said, if you know how to take a tense situation and make it not as tense or bring laughter into what it does, it actually throws the woman off. And it actually brings back a calm, and like you said, it turns into you actually fucking. If you just know what you're doing.
Hey, bro, that's some dope shit you saying, because that's exactly what goes on, man. That's why I'm kicking this shit. You motherfuckers all need to not think like me, but you need to be thinking while you talking, thinking of your next move. Don't just let shit come out your mouth. You know,
Right.
you got to make sure that you're drawing a picture. That's what make a cold motherfucker. He's a painter, but he paint with words. He paint the picture that you can see clearly. And as long as you doing that as you kicking it, you definitely gonna have control, and the bitch gonna like you. I love that.
Yeah.
You got anything else you got?
Well, I was just gonna say, I just know that, like you said, I think you were saying it earlier in the video, just like you gotta know how to do this shit under pressure. That's really what matters. Like, you can't think under pressure, man. It's gonna really fuck up everything. And that's what I gotta work on it with myself. Like, I don't know if I can be put too much pressure on myself.
No, man, no. Listen, what happens? Something occurs that you weren't expecting, and then not expecting it is what puts you under pressure. But what you need to understand, which is I keep trying to tell you guys, you got to compliment yourself when you're successful. So because when you get under pressure, you'll think about those times you were successful. And that shit will relieve that pressure. And you do all this in a nanosecond. It don't take no, thinking. Like 1,000th of a second it take you to think all this shit I'm saying. And you could get it all straight, and you can rely on yourself, man. That's what I really want to see.
That's true,
Relying on yourself, bro. You don't need to rely on nobody else.
Yeah, man. I think you provide, man. That's why I jump every time you get on the motherfucker.
Hey, man, I love that shit you talking about. Stay up. See, people be listening, and some people get what you're talking about, and you can't, punish the motherfuckers that's there faithfully trying to understand what you're talking about if they participating. And what I'm saying is participating is just being here. So you don't really know what this shit is about. And like I say, this ain't no judgment. I don't waste my time. What I'm saying is this. I don't want to waste my time. So 5, 10, 15 minutes tops. And I know. What I'm saying is if this motherfucker gonna do something, or if I'm gonna be able to do something with baby, I'm gonna know in 15 minutes. Because what am I doing here if I don't know? So what I'm saying is I'm taking control of what she think and mostly what she will say. Not mostly, but most likely what she will say. And you can think what you want to think about this. But the way I know I'm doing it is the bitch is following my conversation. She when she say caller, what's up?
Yeah, man. How do you man?
Hey, wait a minute. Wait.
How can people see that?
Hey, man, wait. You need to calm the fuck down. And all that all that shit, kill that, because I don't like talking to motherfuckers that do that.
For sure, man.
So what's up?
Man,
there you go with that shit. I'm gone, man. I don't need to talk to you if you're gonna be fuck that bullshit. If you don't know what the fuck you want to say, don't call me. I ain't just here to talk to a motherfucker. I'm here to share some game. And any motherfucker that talk you ain't supposed to waste your time with that motherfucker. Even motherfuckers that be talking, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Man, fuck no, I don't know what you mean. Explain what the fuck you mean. Shit. I explain what I mean. I don't hope you know what the fuck I mean. I mean what I say. And what I say, I want you to understand is what I mean. Not what the fuck you interpret me to say mean to you. I mean what the fuck I mean. Now, what I'm saying, by me putting a time limit on myself, that's working under pressure. And what I be doing is taking control. See, the purpose of these types of statements is to see if you can control her moods, or better, her emotions. If you can't, what the fuck would you want to spend any more time fucking with this loser bitch for? You gotta see and understand what you're doing makes sense. And you have to repeat it over and over and over and over and over till it's a part of you. So you guys don't know, before I was a motherfucker, I was acting like a motherfucker. Before I was a pimp, I was acting like a pimp. Shit. I'm a born motherfucking actor. So when it comes time to get down on a broad, I can play any part my mind tells me is needed. You better get hip and quit fucking off all your time and all your action. I'm getting turned on to a lot of new avenues for my fresh pursuits. I'm at the doorstep to my goal of getting a full class of straight A motherfucking students. If you can believe that. I've learned that 90% of being successful comes from believing that you can be successful, believing in yourself. And the other 10% is knowing what you do best and focusing on it. I know how to comfort a woman, which makes me that special one in my field. I've realized a confident man experiences fear. He just won't let fear handle him. That has opened doors to me knowing that. I used to think I wasn't supposed to get scared. Shit. You gotta forget if you ain't winning now. If you ain't winning now, it's because you ain't found the keys to your life yet. When you do find your key to success, life will be like sliding your feet into a new pair of gaiters. Straight enjoyable. I try to do something that will excite me every day. You know, I want to experience exciting, new, and unseen treasures. I want to experience the ups, the downs, the right turns and left turns, and all the potholes in life. That's because when you find that key, life is going to be like riding on a hovercraft, never touching the ground. Since you're a winner. What's up, caller?
This Christmas feels like the very first Christmas for me.
Hey, man, hey, I ain't got time to be playing, man. Yeah, some dudes is just, a trip. But anyway, since you're a winner, you're going to experience a lot more ups than you are going to experience downs. This road is bumpy, but smooth sailing is waiting for you for that ride to the top. Now, if you want to see what the real you look like, you got to get some SWU schooling and get in and get to catching. I know that's what fucking you always go to do, but you don't fucking catch. Do you care to address why? It's because you believe people who aren't being a real help. If you want to believe that shit, I can comfortably say, I know you're going to vote for Radcliffe and his shit. It's neither up or down. It's life. Some people think lemons are sour until they get some good cold lemonade. I'm getting better at rolling with the punches without taking it personal. I used to roll with it, but I would end up with an attitude. But lucky for me, I have my venting apparatus. I have it in place. I talk hella shit, got hella hits, able to change my fits daily. No one can match my wit, and all you need is a little bit of this ish I spit. Today, motherfuckers, I'm talking about motherfuckers who are in the streets today, right now. I suppose it should be flattering to me, but the fact, no matter what state they're in or where they from, I was there doing what I've always claimed to do. And that's whatever the fuck I want to do. Ain't had holes in so long, shit, but you young techno motherfuckers who want to build a rep on this computer, you know, it's getting less and less. You know, the arguing about the game you have. You know, motherfuckers need to think of shit. The reason I have you haters is you all know I really did what I claimed. And you can't stand I'm still here doing shit you wish you could do. But what you don't know is you can do it. All you got to do is man up and quit fronting. It's amazing how far people go to make stories to tell, make stories up to tell. I tell some too, but they be so exaggerated that you know it's a joke I'm trying to tell. But you get what you ask for. And I definitely opened a can of worms. The other day marked the 11th year of my mother passing. My father been gone for like 40 years. You know what's funny? I can hear each one of them motherfuckers telling me off about something I did wrong. It was easy to do something wrong in my house because my mother was the Lord's right-hand angel. And my pops was the smartest motherfucker, most strict person I have ever known. John Samuel, it didn't matter what came after that because I knew whatever it was, I had done something my mother did not play about. When she used all three of my names, John Samuel Dixon, I may as well have been over and backed into it because I was definitely getting my ass whooped. You know, my dad, you couldn't read him like that. You couldn't read him like you could read my mama. But take my word for it, my dad did not play. Clinton Dixon Sr. did not play ever. He could beat the hell out of us when we did anything that was against his principles. Now, it sounds as if I had a rough childhood. And, maybe I did to some people, but guess what? I think I did have a rough childhood and would volunteer for it again and again throughout all eternity. A lot of us do not receive our blessings because we are not thankful for the little things we take for granted. Little things like waking up every morning. You do know tomorrow ain't promised to your motherfucking ass, don't you? Something else little, like having food to eat, or money to buy gas for your vehicle, or even being healthy. These are all things we're blessed to have. Shit, I realize where I could be and appreciate where I am in my motherfucking life. It's actually those little things we take for granted that's responsible for our fucking successes in life. You got to be thankful. Matter of fact, be thankful if you can list several things you don't normally think about and realize how blessed you are. I pity the dudes who haven't jumped on this motherfucking shit I got. There has been a lot of you who've taken advantage of it, but I know there's like 1,000 times more of you motherfuckers who have not patronized. If you think you should wait an undetermined amount of time for a sale, that's why you're still on the goddamn sidelines of life, in the same position you were in many years ago. Do any of you motherfuckers believe a mature man of my age could be happy with a young ass woman? Well, what if she was like fine as hell, Do you think that would matter? Ultimately, a motherfucker like me want a woman who can deal with the real me, which would take a woman my age. A young bitch can excite me, probably serve me like I want to be served. But what that old bitch can do that young bitch couldn't do is understand the life shit that I'll be talking about. The shit that really matters to a motherfucker who's been through it all. I ain't dismissing no young bitch. Caller, what's up?
What's up, Rosebud?
I'm good. What's happening?
Hello?
What's up, man?
Hello? Oh, what's up, Rosebud? Yeah, you mentioned that your mother passed away after your father. I was just curious, did you take responsibility for her after that?
Man, my daddy provided for my mama and the whole family. My daddy and my mama married when they was teenagers, and they never separated. So
Yeah, but I'm asking like after, as you were grown already and your father passed away.
Well, how could my father provide for me after he passed away?
No, I'm asking if you provided for your mother. Like, obviously she doesn't have your father anymore.
My mother gone, man, but all of us provided for our mom. Whatever she needed, whenever she needed it. It didn't matter. I lived in LA, and sometimes I would come to the Bay Area to do whatever my mama needed. Yeah, we provided for her.
Yeah, I'm just asking because, I'm currently living with my mom, but sometimes I kind of get that, like, curious of just taking my.
How old are you?
21.
Well, you ain't really old enough to be tripping on taking care of moms, but what I'm saying is you just about there, so you can start. If moms need something, regardless of how old you are, you're supposed to do it. I mean, even if she was chicken shit. My mom, shit, my parents, they was seriously chicken shit. Not chicken shit because they hated us, but they was chicken shit because they didn't really have shit, and they wasn't gonna apologize for not having shit. So, we had to make it on how we could make it. We didn't get no new bikes. We didn't get a whole bunch of new clothes. But we learned a hell of a lot of shit. And we had a really tight family. I got 12 brothers and sisters. And we all knew each other's birthdays and all that shit. Any kind of holiday we was together, family first. So yeah, man, take care of moms.
I appreciate you, Rosebud.
It'd be cool. Now, I'm not dismissing no young ass woman, who might find herself attracted to me. I'm not saying a young fine ass woman can't attract my attention. I'm just letting her and all of you motherfuckers know I could recognize shit from sugar, no matter how it's disguised. Shit. I've heard, that having young bitches keep you from getting old. I don't really think, I believe that. I just think knowing so much about myself, knowing that I attract young bitches, knowing that I attract older bitches, all of that kind of shit is what keep you young. Caller, what's up? Caller.
What's going on, OG? Checking in once again from a winter wonderland.
All right, what's happening? What's going on?
Man, God is good and awesome, like always. And I like the perspective of, what might make you laugh might make you cry, what you're trying to teach them about that young woman versus that mature woman. And thank you for the likes. I just appreciate it. I just, thank you, like always.
Hey, bro.
And they die from 1,000 cuts for hating the game.
That ain't who you is, man. That's all right. I know who you is now, goddammit. Hey, you know it, man. You ain't got no question, though, right?
No, sir. Just
Hey,
blessings.
hey, man, I love it, man. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Be cool. Hey, let me tell you something. That's my nigga. Uh, you gotta understand the value of knowing yourself and knowing about yourself. You just have to understand that value. It's gonna last and do things for you throughout your life. So when I get ready to bust my woman out, shit, she be giddy as she was when she was 16 years old. To this day, she cream on my motherfucking black ass, and I'd be lying if I said it didn't make me, more confident in my making love to her. But when a woman you're with see you got confidence in your ability, that is unusually bold, and it turns her on. She can be 18 or 81. She'll always be turned on by a motherfucker who knows himself better than she ever could. Now, I could be wrong, but the importance of having the ability to maintain a firm grip on who you are and knowledge of a woman does not lose potency with age. Now, that ability does not diminish with time. And it shouldn't, because, it's you. As a matter of fact, that importance increases as you get older for you and the woman. Now, let me ask you this. When is the best time to show people what you know? See, I get, a lot of people telling me they be in situations and they could have said, should have said, woo woo. Well, never expose who you are and what you know. Never show what you know unless you're around people who can recognize what they're witnessing. That's the only thing that keeps me spitting it so much of this abadabba, because someone is always recognizing my realness. I check my email a lot of times every day, because when I check it, someone has bought my course or asked how to get it. I feel it's the right time to show what I know whenever I open my mouth or put pen to paper, because I know someone is going to be listening, and I better be on point. Check game this Sunday. This is a little short video. I just had to come kick it with you. I'm in love with what I do. I just can't help it. I just really fucking am turned on by what I do. And I appreciate all you motherfuckers fucking with me. I'm out.